Welcome back to the show, everybody. Yo, R-Type Final 2. Now, I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna be for real for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let Uncle Triple do his thing, right? Let me do my thing. Okay. I understand what day this is. I do. I understand more than anybody. When I saw this earlier, like, what was going through my head, right? But then I remember something very, very important. Thinking with the noodle, right? Remember fighting the ex-lab? Yeah, that was an April Fool's joke until Uncle Triple got involved and started spreading that gospel, and then we got Terry Bogard to fight in his leg. You should go watch the stream, you know what I'm saying? Here's the truth, though. I would have covered this April Fool's joke or not. Because in the description, and I will remember, will be a link to something that, you know what I'm saying, that's a little piece of me. You know what I'm saying? That's a little piece of Uncle Triple that maybe you should understand why the R-Type series is important to me. Is that, yeah, we still live in a world where you legally can't play R-Type layout. Yes, something about Armed Police Gallop, but you know, things can change. I'm like, given the state right now of R-Type Dimensions has been better than it's ever been before, because we've discussed R-Type Dimensions live right here, is that now that R-Type Dimension EX exists, there's no reason to play the 360 version, which was complete garbage, the PS3 version, which was a lot better than the 360 version, because R-Type Dimension EX, as far as I know and understand, fixes all the issues and problems that those first two versions of R-Type Dimensions had. So if you're looking to play the first R-Type and R-Type 2, you have a way to do that. It's a little harder now to play games after that, because what? R-Type 3 doesn't exist in a form where you can get it anymore. It used to be on the Nintendo. It used to be a virtual console game. You can't get that. Now, you know what? Because we got to do that anyway. We'll take a look at that, because if I'm correct, one of the best games to ever exist, this game's prequel, R-Type Final, I think it's on PSN. I think it is a PS2 classic. I think it's a PS2 classic somewhere. And if not, that's a grand travesty, because here's the truth. I love this franchise. With all of Uncle Triple's feels, I love this franchise because of what R-Type has given me. The thing is that R-Type Final was supposed to be that. R-Type Final. And in R-Type Final, you get to play as 101 different R-Type fighters. That's a lot of fighters for one game, but the grind for that takes a long time. I think it took me like a year and a half to unlock every single fighter in R-Type Final, because of some of them where you have to play the game for a very long time, legitly, and all of that stuff. And I was going back to R-Type Final, back on and off. I'm like, R-Type Final was a thing I want to cover, and now that I got the tech, we can put it to work, and I can really show you what's good with a wonderful game like R-Type Final. Because the thing is that there are very few games that get to have their swan song on their own accord. And R-Type Final was that. It was a way to shut the book on that franchise and be, we have done everything that we can do. Let's just go out with a bang. The ultimate bang, as it were. Bang, bang, bang. Just like that. Just like that. And R-Type Final was that. And then R-Type Tactics came out. And then I played in Japanese all the way through, long before there was a translation for R-Type 2 Operation Bitter Chocolate. I'm like, I can appreciate a good strategy game. You know what I'm saying? I love me some Fire Emblem before there were waifus, okay? The waifus make it better, but before there was waifu, there was great strategy there. And then, you know, Camilla, you know what it is. Tharja, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Miss Marth, you know what it is. I'm like, have you seen those videos with things that Miss Marth will say that Laura Bailey has said? You should watch those. Those are really, really good. I'm just saying, like, we all love Lucy around here. I love Lucy. You should love Lucy. Everybody should love Lucy. This is getting very non-sequitur. Look into that. The truth is, like I said on the work, The only reason we are taking a look at this is because I have vetted this information. And like I said, even if I ever did not do that, we would definitely cover an April Fool's joke about R-Type Final 2 because that's what I would do. Because I would give all of my energies in hope that this is a real thing. But here's the thing. It's a real thing. I have vetted this information because given the work that went into what we just saw and given what else is going on, this is the perfect time to slip an R-Type Final 2 in there when you least expecting it. The last time that this majorly happened, there was a game called 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. Pretty decent game, given that it's a game with Curtis Jackson in it. So, it is what it is with that. So, we need to get the squadron in here because we need to take a look at what the hell R-Type Final 2 is. So, Google motherfucking Chrome, where you at, baby? Yo, this is Google motherfucking Chrome. What we're going to do is because we are live on TV, we are finna do some things. We are finna do stuffs. So as you notice, screens are being changed and stuff because I'm gonna try something new. Because I'm hoping this helps make it easier for everyone involved, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing what it do, things of that nature. You see, Janine, relax, baby. It's okay. Daddy's got it. It's fine. You purr your heart out, girl. I seem to be missing. You know what? Yeah, I can get myself in the frame. What the hell? Oh, look. There's me. Hello, everyone. I'm finna look over here because I got this on the mini monitor. You know what? I think where I am is good. Welcome to the website for R-Type Final 2. So these are things we can go to the Japanese version of the website if we want to. But the vetting that I did was I just opened up the Twitters and I opened up the Facebook just to double check because I'm gonna be legitimately honest. I really do not think that if you're going to do an April Fool's joke, that you would go through all of this. I'm like, it's too much work. It's too much work for this, to be honest with you. But here's the Facebook page, you know what I'm saying? Just for the giggles and the isn'ts, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is a lot of work. So I believe, and even if this come out later, that hopefully that they push forward because I would love some more R-Type. I'm like, I can never get enough. I'm like, we are in a weird place, but actually, you know what? I said, and I promise we take a look at that. I will before we get up out of here. I will double check the status of what R-Type Final is on the PSN. So we can get rid of all of this now. We don't need it. I just want to show you that these things exist and things like that. So here we are, R-Type Final 2. Okay, look at this pretty picture. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling this is going to be, our thumbnail for this video. I like how I look. I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling it. Let me do something real quick. Let me move myself over this way. Okay, so I'm good now. So, R-Type Final 2 taking off again. Brought to you by the folks who brought you Zetai Zetsume Tochi 4 after you thought an earthquake was going to kill the video game. You were wrong. Licensed by Irem Software Engineering. Like, I have no idea, and this is me, I have no idea how Irem still exists in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some company bought like all of their, like most of their intellectual properties, and they're doing something like how kind of G.O.D does with like Data East stuff, being like, yo, we own all this stuff, and if you want to borrow, just give us a couple of dollars, bro, and just put our name in the credits. Free money, free money. Koku Ray. Yeah. Anyway, the latest work of the legendary shooting game R-Type Final 2 is kicked off. Granzella has started planning to bring out the latest work in the milestone in side-scrolling shooter game R-Type, which went out into the world in the year 1987. In this latest version of R-Type game, all the player fighters that appeared in R-Type Final, expressions of attacks, operability, and the exhilaration feeling of the gameplay will be intensified. So, a game that had 101 different R-Type fighters is going to go extra dumb. This makes me happy. In addition, more customizable elements will be available for the player fighters. The stages are rebuilt from scratch for the new game, as this is going to be the first R-Type game since 16.9 the plays have become the standard. The screen structure will be reviewed to improve the playability and make the sky-scrolling shooter game more exciting and enjoyable. In addition, the stages that appeared in the earlier work will come back with new expressions and interpretations. Ooh, that brings me hope for a dumbass solo sortie remix, which is probably one of the greatest pieces of music in video games ever, but but that's just my opinion because I've heard that song so many times in my whole career, so hey, it is what it is. Anywho, though the difficulty level of this game is originally high, this game allows the player to set a difficulty level from a wider range according to his or her ability. The higher the difficulty level, the more score the player will get. It also enables the players to compete with the scores of R-Type players from all over the world. This is the trailer. We opened up our video today watching it. We should not watch it again. The best R-Type we can make now. Now that the widescreen aspect ratio of 16:9 has become standard, sky-scrolling shooter games will evolve into something more exciting. Wave cannon attacks by trans-dimensional fighters equipped with firepower equivalent to that of a battleship. This game is thoroughly focused on expression on how enemies are destroyed. The feeling of exhilaration in the destruction is thoroughly pursued. The stage dimensioned by decaying organisms. As new enemies are generated from the carcasses of the enemies, the more the player plays the game, the stronger the enemy he or she gets. Not only the player's fighter, but also the stages will evolve. That's R-Type Final 2. More of the new stages are planned to be added after the release of the game. We'll get DLC 2019, blah, blah, blah. Enhanced playability full of exciting and enjoyable elements. The level of difficulty is automatically adjusted according to the player's ability. Exquisite gameplays will be met with higher difficulty levels, which offer explosive increase of the scores. It guarantees high playability of the game by score attack. But on the other hand, those who are not familiar with R-Type and who are new to side-scrolling shooter games are given a moderate level of difficulty so they can avoid a gameplay that is too difficult to play. Okay, let me see here. The gameplay in which makes use of the wave cannon and force to defeat formidable enemies remains alive. The game will be carefully created to bring about maneuvering and game development that are unique qualities of sky-scrolling shooter games. Word, down with that. Successive trans-dimensional fighters make renewed appearances. Dozens of fighters that appeared in the previous series are planned to make renewal appearances. A greater variety and expressions of the force and wave cannons to be available. Colors and details changeable as you please. A discharged arrow, R9 Arrowhead. It was originally an aircraft designed to work in outer space, but was evolved and developed as a fighter to fight against the Bido. It was the first fighter developed in actual fighting. The R9A Arrowhead is considered to be the ancestor of all R fighters that will appear in the game in the future. It can be equipped with a wave cannon, which is later referred to as a standard wave cannon, the round force, homing missile, bits devices, and so on. The R9 Arrowhead, the original joint. Just this way. Beautiful. I like how it looks. And then solo sortie plays. I'm like, I can recall the intro to Super R-Type whenever I want. And I just did now. I just got a little nostalgic. Let's continue, please. The Sky Destroyer, the R9D Shooting Star. It is mounted with long-range precision firing equipment. The fighter uses defensive force that has a great protection against missile attacks from the enemy. In the image, the force is equipped in the rear part of the fighter. Okay. A Ruthless Wiseman, the R9W Wiseman. It is the successor of the R9A series. All the optical weapons have been enhanced compared to the R9A series, allowing the pilot to maneuver the orbit of the wave cannon. I know this is an old one, but I forget what game it's from. Because I think this is something from this is one of the ships from R-Type Final. I think you unlock this like later. Because you start with the R9A and then you get versions of the R9A and then you start getting stuff from Leo. There's something from Police Gallop in there, and then it starts to get really crazy. with like stuff that references sex and things like that. But it's R-Type Final. What the hell do you want? But it is what it is. Ooh, I like this. Jet Black Thunderstroke R13A service. The R13A service has an increased destructive power by absorbing the powerful destructive impulse of the Bido, the enemy organism, more than an ordinal R fighter does. Anchor force with high Bido coefficient requires being wire guided from the fighter. It is equipped with the lightning wave cannon that has the homing ability. This is from R-Type Final because I remember there was a ship in R-Type Final that what it does is that it absorbs the power of the things you kill, and I think this may be referencing that because I'm not have all 101 names. You know what? We should take a look. You know what? We will. You know what I'm saying? We'll make this video even longer. Not only will we go check for R-Type Final in a minute, I will pull up the list of every fighter in R-Type Final because you know we should just go through that. Just to coefficiently take a look at that. Planning to launch a crowdfunding campaign. We're planning to run a crowdfunding campaign to elicit cooperation from R-Type fans for Project R, Granzella's new R-Type production project. The next update is scheduled around May. We kindly ask for your cooperation. And if you want to play R-Type and R-Type 2, you can play R-Type Dimension DX, which is on systems, current generation systems, and also Steam. So you can do that. Let me see, because we got set up for this. Bring it back to me for a minute. Hello. Okay, so let me pull up this ship list for R-Type Final real quick. Final. Okay, bring it back to Gurger Crown. Yo, let's start with this. Look, there we go. Look at all these ships right here. You know what I'm saying? Look, we got the R9A Arrowhead, the R13A Cerberus, which you just saw, the R92, the R9A2 Delta, that's from R-Type Delta, the R938 Lady Love, the R90 Ragnarok, the B1D. Okay, they got them in a list. Okay, you would think they would have all of these like sitting out so that we could take a look at all of them. You think they would? I wonder if it on the main wiki page. Let me see. Yep. Let R-Type Command. And then what happened? Okay, we're just gonna scroll through all this because I just want to, just putting this out there, just showing y'all. We gonna go back, you know what I'm saying? But we just gonna. And then there's this Operation Bitter Chocolate. Yep. I played through this at a time where it was easy to find this on the internet somewhere. Showing my age and stuff. Okay, so do we not have a list? Okay, you don't need to see that. This game got a lot to offer. We're not gonna go through all of it. You should go play R-Type Final. Just put that out there. You should go. Like this game is like so good. Like again, like I say, I'm just leaving it for y'all to take a look at because see, I'm like as much as we scrolling through this, is that I just want a link of all the shit, of all the category forces in R-Type Final, bits and bosses, R-Type Final itself, category ships in R-Type Final. Okay. Oh, it only has the trending pages because I would have liked to look at all of these. Could be kind of dope, I think. It doesn't have a way for me to look at all of these. You know what? I changed my mind. Because see, this is spoiling R Type. This is spoiling R Type Final for you. Because again, like like you know what, we could take a look at the at the V1A Digitalis for example, because I just want to show you like how R Type Final actually works. Is that what you have to do in order to unlock other fighters? You have to play as other fighters. There are some that have like exclusive passwords that you would only know if you play the game enough, because the game will ultimately reveal these things to you. R-Type Finals nuts is the thing I'm looking to say here. R-Type Final is a nuts game. So I'm just saying, like, there's a lot to really take a look at. I'm trying to find some other examples of some things that I would love to show you. Yeah. This is the R9 layout from R-Type layout, actually. You know what I'm saying? Just putting that out there. I just wanted to show you that, yo, this game represents hard for all the stuff that's in it. You know what I'm saying? It represents hard. We just talked about this earlier. This is a reference to Zeta Zetsume Toshi, the R9WZ disaster report. This thing is dumb. This got like a big giant FU weapon. It's stupid. It said, if I remember correctly, it says something along the lines in the game of that this ship has the power of an incoming disaster, and that's what it is. It's like it can't take a lot of damage, but it does a whole bunch because reasons. Oh, you know what? Yeah. This is the R11B Peacemaker from Armed Police Gallop. See, you think I remember that, but I do. Just saying. Like, look. But yeah, just showing you examples. Bring it back to me real quick. I am going to quickly. Oh no, I don't need that box. Get that box out of my face. Get that box out of my face. Let me see. Okay. Cause here's what I remember. Just in general, right? You used to be able to get R-Type Final and you used to be able to get not R-Type Final, R-Types and R-Type Delta on PSN before Irem went under and you know stuff and things, you know. Let me see. You can still buy R-Type Final on PS3. You can still do that if that's what you wanted to do. Well, that answers my question. It's not. Because I think at some point I want to say R-Type Command was on PSN 2. I want to say that you could get that digitally too, but that went down as well. So that's that. So looking at that. Let me make one more shift. One more shift, because you know I'm not really feeling like that color. That's better. So let me do this too, because you know we this live TV. I don't care. Look, I'm glad we had a moment to take a look at some things like that, because again, this series means a whole lot to me, and to know that Granzella wants to put in some work with it, that makes me feel good. That gives me hope that these things, well, it's like, it's kind of hard to think about now that we just talked about R-Types and R-Type Delta, about those things being restored, that you can still buy them, but you can still buy PSP, you can still buy PS1 games. So if Granzella wanted to do the work, they could get like a lot of Irem's back catalog up and back on the PSN, because more people deserve to play R-Type Delta. That game is amazing, by the way. Like, that game is like super, super good. Random non sequitur. To this day, You cannot buy Raystorm HD. You cannot buy Raystorm HD on PS3. You can't. You can only get that in East Side countries, like on the East Side, like Japan and Singapore and things like that. You can only buy it in 360 in America. I don't know why I randomly thought about this. Oh, because I'm waiting for the day it finally goes on sale, because I think $15 is a little too much. But one day I'm gonna break. I figured that that because I already got it on PS3, so it's like I'm just waiting to buy like for real on 360, so I can play it on the 360, so I can get the cheapest for it or whatever. But that's just me. Weird random guy. What you want? Look, I got hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got hope for real rap. I got hope that this is going to be a thing that if they trying to use this to build towards something and they want to do crowdfunding campaign, I'm right there. I give you how much money you need. You need me to rob a bank? Oh yeah, for R-Type, I rob a bank. Do not use this against me. This is not an actual admission of guilt. Please talk to my lawyer. Thank you. Yeah. Super touched. So, I will be keeping an eye on this situation as it develops. And if it develops more, new trailers, new information, whenever the crowdfunding campaign happens in May, we will take a look at that. You will know all of your options and how you can best help this franchise be the best that it can be. Regardless of that, we have got more show for you, please. Sit back, relax, and stay tuned. I'm the one and the only, the triple of G.O.D. You know who I am. I got Squish Murder in the squad, the congregation always holding it down. Shout out to Betsy. Big special shout outs to Janine. I put Janine through a lot to get this video out. Baby, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I put you through a lot to get this work out to the people, but it's important. And you know how important it is. That's why you make noise and you push through, because you believe what I believe. You believe that this work is important work for the streets. You know what it is. Internet, do yourself a favor. Go play some R-Type, yo, for real. Like, whether you go play Super R-Type, whether you go play R-Type Dimensions, whether you can find a copy of R-Type 3 at this juncture, or R-Type Delta, or if you want to emulate R-Type Leo or R-Police Gallop, at this juncture, I don't care. Leo has a really cool soundtrack, by the way. I love the jazzy flow of it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Like, y'all know about that, but get some work in your system. Hell, if you need a strategy game that that has ship waifus in it, go play R-Type Tactics and Operation Bitter Chocolate, which has an English translation now and had for I think the last 2 years. I think that translation been out for a minute. I haven't replayed it yet, but I mostly had a translation guy back in the day, that told me how things work, and then the rest is think with your noodle. So it is what it is. But like I said, sit back and relax and stay tuned. We got more work for you, plenty of work. I got something I need to pop off real quick, given what time it is, so I will get into that in just a minute. So stay tuned. Please stay tuned right here to the channel. So, of course, we have got more show for you. Wink. Bang! See, I'm getting R-Type memories. This is the part where, fold my hands. Yeah, see, you have to remember what your cues are. Fold my hands. Let them know that this video is over and they should, go play R-Type. You let them know with your actions. Look, we have got more show for you, and we've got it for you right after these commercial messages. I'm serious about the R-Type final thing. Go do that, please. I don't care. I don't care how you do it. Go get it. Get a walkthrough. Understand how unlocking things work, and you won't beat yourself over the head. Just trying to help. But regardless, get some R-Type in your system. Go play some shmups. You know what I'm saying? Go do that. More show for you right after these commercial messages.